Good morning. I am Elizabeth Olujimi, aka the Thriving Coach. I'm going to give a couple of minutes for some people to hop on. This is just an impromptu live that I decided to do. And it's sort of as a result of the challenge I was doing in the month of May. So if you follow me on social media, which you probably do because you're watching this right now, I was challenged by one of my mentors to do a video every day in the month of May. And I know that there's some of us out there, we are scared of going on video. We're too scared to go on video. We want to show up, but we are not ready to show up on camera. We're not ready to show up on video. So my challenge was to do literally a 1 minute video every day for the month of May. So that would be 31 videos. And honestly, like I said in the little write-up I did, there were days where I didn't want to show up. There were days where I thought, hang on a minute, why am I doing this again? But you know what? Showing up every day like that literally allows you the opportunity to stretch yourself. It allows you the opportunity to come out of your comfort zone. Some of us are too comfortable. We want to show up, but we're too comfortable where we are. The need to show up is not really driving us, is not really pushing us, or the passion to show up is not really itching away at us. But you know what? I want to tell someone out there that even if you're scared, there is benefit in you showing up. There is benefit in you showing up. I didn't realize what it was going to do for me. Like when I started doing it, I thought, okay, so challenge have been set. I can do it. Let me do it. Hey, I don't mind coming on video, so let me just go ahead and do the challenge. And so I did. But you know what? Along the way, I started to kind of, I guess, have a conversation with myself and evaluate how I was getting on. And I realized that as much as, yes, I don't mind coming on video like I'm doing now, I wasn't doing it like consistently. I wasn't doing it every single day. So this was literally me forming a habit, show up every single day on video. And I was trying to be a little bit creative with what I was doing. So it wasn't just a video in your face. It was that most of the time. And then I think for 1 week, I decided I'll just do little different bits because it was mental health awareness month anyway. So for 1 week, I think it was mental health week. So I literally decided to do some little videos to add to it. And I just showed up with my voice, so to speak, but the videos were still of me. So you might be scared of showing up. You might be scared to show up on video. That's fine. But the only way that you're going to defeat the fear is by actually showing up, making a decision to show up, making a decision to go on video. And it doesn't mean that you have to be on video for half an hour. It doesn't mean you have to be on video for 10 minutes. You know, it doesn't mean that. It could literally be something like what I did, where I showed up for 1 minute a day, and it wasn't live. It was just a video that I pre-recorded, and boom, I put it on social media. So yes, you might be scared, but think about the benefits of you showing up. First of all, for you as an individual, it's helping you, it's growing you because you're stretching yourself, you're stepping outside of your comfort zone. So it's helping you to stretch yourself, to grow yourself, and you start thinking of ways of how can I get better at this? And actually it helps to defeat the fear of showing up. It helps you to be able to get rid of that, to put that to one side and say, actually, I'm going to show up today. So me showing up right now, live like this, I didn't have to think about it too much because actually I'm not necessarily scared of showing up on video anymore. I can do it if I need to, right? And also when you do it consistently, like I did in the month of May, it helps you to build some sense of discipline. It helps you to form a new habit. They say that we are we are our habits, literally, because your habit is what you do daily, is what you do repeatedly, is what you do. Yes, you might not do it daily, but you're doing it repeatedly. So you literally become your habit. You become whatever that habit is. And honestly, consistency pays. Consistency pays. You might be thinking, I can't be consistent at this, but just start one day, show up. Do it one day at a time. Deal with today, and then when tomorrow comes, deal with tomorrow. Don't put so much pressure on yourself. And yes, be kind to yourself. There might be days where you don't feel like doing it, so you might not do it at the usual time. I had days where I literally recorded the video at 11 in the night, because my day was just busy, and I realized, wait, the day has gone. I haven't recorded my video. Quick, get on camera, do it now. So don't put pressure on yourself. Like, try and be disciplined about it, but don't put so much pressure on yourself to the point that you want it to be perfect, and because you're not showing up at a perfect time, or you're not getting the likes that you want. Like, I didn't so you do the video, you post the video, and you don't realize how much engagement you're even getting from it. Now, for me, with a lot of the videos, yes, I didn't get as many comments, as many likes as I would have loved to, but actually, in terms of the reach that my videos were having, I was like, oh wow, I would show up in the morning, and it's like, oh, you've had over 200 views on your video, and I'm like, oh wow, that's cool, that's a good thing. And actually, I think two of my videos in the month of May had over 1,000 views, over 1K views. So it's that thing of just show up. Just show up. Yes, determine what you're showing, what is your showing up about. So why are you showing up? What is the message that you want to deliver? So for me, because it was the month of May, I did a bit on mental health awareness. But aside from that, because I'm a coach, so I did stuff on personal development. So really, when I show up on video, it's more about that. It's about the confidence to step up and walk into the things that you need to be walking into. It's the confidence to step out and pursue your dreams. So yes, you might be scared. And that's fine. It's fine to be scared, but don't let the fear cripple you. Don't let the fear stop you from showing up, because you don't know who is going to be on the receiving end of your video. You don't know you don't know where your video is going to reach. Especially in the times that we're in, where people literally send each other videos, or they send a link, they're like, someone watches it, they like this, they send it to a sister, send it to a brother. So you just don't know what your video is going to do to somebody. But you will never know until you show up. So you won't know what's on the other end of showing up until you show up. I can sit here and tell you, oh, this is on the other end, that is on the other end, but it might be different for you. And if you are in business and you want to grow your visibility, then you need to show up, and you need to start showing up with video. Don't just show up with, don't just kind of hide in one corner, or don't make a decision to not show up. Determine and show up. Show up. Give yourself an opportunity to show up. It doesn't have to be an hour. It doesn't have to be half an hour. It can be short. But do you know what? There are different ways that we can show up. And yes, video is one of them. You can also show up with a podcast. You can show up with there's different ways that you can show up. I think for me, the key thing is to not let fear stop you from showing up. Not let fear stop you from recording a video. Don't let fear stop you from putting a video out there, because like I say, you don't know who is watching your video. You don't know who is listening on the other end. But until you show up, we will never know. Because your message could be a blessing to somebody else. Your message could impact somebody. But if you don't show up, we won't know what impact your message could have. And do you know what? Your video could go places that you might never go to. It can go places that you probably haven't been to. Someone on the other end of the world could watch your video and they'll be like, oh, wow, I need this person to come and speak at this event, or I need to listen to more of this person, or I need this person in my life. So you don't know what can happen as a result of showing up. For me, one of the things that showing up did for me, so I'm on different platforms. So I'm on Facebook, 2 pages, Instagram, 2 pages. I've also got, yes, LinkedIn, but I wasn't necessarily sharing my videos on LinkedIn. I think I only shared a couple of them. And I've got YouTube. My videos, actually, the reels were not going on YouTube, that said. But I'm on Twitter as well. So I think I was literally sharing them on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And I think if I'm to combine the viewings in all those different places, then I'll probably have maybe over 1,000 views on almost every video. But it increases your reach. It takes you places that you might not go to physically. It gives you what's, I want to say longevity, but maybe that's not the right word. But it basically helps you to send your message to different spheres of the world just by you showing up. And it doesn't have to be a long video. Honestly, I need to emphasize that, because sometimes we're scared that when we show up, we need to show up for half an hour, show up for 20 minutes. It's entirely up to you. There is no one sitting out there counting the minutes and the seconds that you are doing a video for. It's entirely up to you. And nowadays, with things like Reels and TikTok, the shorter the video, even the better, so you don't have to feel the pressure that you have to show up for a long period of time. But if you are out there and you have a message, or you are a business owner and you want people to know more about your business, you want to increase your reach, you want to increase your visibility, then honestly, show up. Don't be scared of showing up on a video. You could even literally show up and promote your product, right? So depending on what your product is, you could show up and just like, show us your product, talk a bit about your product, and that's it. That's it. But it's people, it's then a video that is going to go out to people, a video that's going to be on social media that people can tap into. They'll come to your page, they'll be like, oh, I want to know what this person is about, and they'll go on there and they'll see what you're about. Okay, story, right? So I have been married for 5 years now. When I met my husband, or when a friend of ours, a mutual friend, introduced us, and literally what he did, I kid you not, this is a true story. What he did was he took a screenshot of my husband's Facebook page at the time, and he sent it to me on Facebook Messenger. And he said to me, what do you think? And initially I was just like, really? What are you trying to do? But what I did was I went onto my husband's Facebook page and I watched his videos. I looked at his content to give me an idea of what he is about. So when you show up on video, you give us, your audience, an idea of what you're about. So for example, if someone wanted to know, oh, Elizabeth Olujimi, the Thriving Coach, who is she? What does she do? What is she about? If you came onto my page and you saw some of my videos, it gives you a better idea of who I am and what I am about. So that's what I did. I went and checked out his Facebook page and watched his videos. I'm like, oh, what's he talking about? Is he just making noise? Is he just showing up for the sake of showing up? But no, he was actually delivering great content. I was like, oh, okay, not bad. So went back to my friend. I'm like, he's all right, but that was a starting point. So your videos could literally be an introduction to you. That could be how someone is getting to know you, or how someone is discovering you. So don't be afraid to show up on video. Honestly, don't be afraid. You might say you don't like the way you look. That's a self-esteem issue that we can deal with, right? Because we're all beautiful. We're all beautiful, and you are beautiful. So don't be shy to show up because you don't like how you look. Like, you might be saying, oh, I need to show up perfect. You don't always have to show up perfect. Honestly, there is no rule that says you have to show up perfect. It's not there. It's not there at all. I mean, look at the video that's been trending of Sarah Jakes, right? She was preaching, and her wig was getting uncomfortable and sister took her wig off. Like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to preach this word regardless of if I have a wig or no wig, regardless of how I look. I'm going to do it anyway. So your showing up shouldn't be determined by how you look. Yes, you want to look good when you show up. You don't just want to come on and look rough. I get that. But don't use the way you look as an excuse not to show up, because some of us do that. We say, I don't look perfect, so we don't show up. We say, oh, I'm not having a good day, so we don't show up. We say, oh, I don't have makeup on, so we don't show up. The video camera is not going to like shut down because of the way you look. It's not going to. Unless you have a special kind of video camera, it's not going to shut down. And sometimes we say, I don't have the right equipment. And that's fine. That's understandable that you don't have the right equipment. But if you've got like a smartphone, you can use your smartphone to show up, depending on, yes, the camera on there, but you can find ways. And like I said, with these reels, like one of the things that I like doing, so when I'm out and about, I like to do little videos, little pictures. And on one of the days, I think one of the days where I was thinking, I want to do a video, but I'm not sure what I want the video to be about or what I want to do in the video. It was late. So I said, you know what? Put pictures together. So I literally got, I think it was 5-6 pictures of flowers. And I talked about the beauty that is on the inside of you and just use those flowers to make a video. Did I show up? Yes, I showed up, because my voice was in the background. So I showed up. So honestly, don't keep making an excuse for not showing up. You might be scared. Let's get over the scared feeling. Let's get over the fear, because once you get over the fear, you start to get to a place of freedom. Once you get over the fear, you start to get to a place where you can make real impact. You start to get to a place where you can really and truly speak to somebody because you've come past the fear. I remember when I started my business and I had to start showing up. So I think in my first couple of months, I was like, I need to do a video. So I started doing this video where I think it was every Tuesday afternoon, I would show up for about half an hour. I would do a Facebook Live, do an Instagram Live. And that was a way that people started connecting with me as well. They started to get to know me, to see, okay, so she says she's the thriving coach. Let's get to hear from her. Let's see what she's talking about. Is she making sense? That's how people can connect with you, through your videos. Your videos have power. So don't keep making the excuse that you're too scared. It doesn't take a lot. Honestly. And if it is that you well and truly are not yet comfortable coming on camera, let's do the voice thing, right? Shoot a video of, nature, and then do a voiceover and then share that. Or do a video of one of your products and then share it and just put a voiceover. But you need to show up. The sooner you have the courage to start showing up with video, the better for you. When I showed up in May, so I was, let me even look at, let me try and see if I can get hold of some of the statistics that I had when I showed up, just to give you a little bit of insight. So these statistics were from my business page, my Facebook business page. So it wasn't taking into account the other pages. It was just looking at my Facebook business page. So let me just give you some insight into what showing up did for my figures, right? So just bear with me 2 seconds and I'll find what I'm looking for. So a screenshot that I took literally after I finished the last day. So in a period of 28 days, this is what my Facebook page was saying. In a period of 28 days, my reach had gone up by 353%. So I had reached 14,800 people by showing up consistently every day. My engagement had gone up. It was 8.9 thousand. Well, 8,900, should I say? It was 8,900. But that had gone up by 288% engagement because I was showing up every day. My followers had increased. Yes, they hadn't increased like by a huge number, but actually since then and today, the followers are increasing as well. But that had gone up by about 150%. Within 3 days, my 3-second video views was at 2,900, which was up by 287%. So showing up has its benefits. You might not see the immediate result as you show up, but keep showing up and keep showing up consistently with that video. Show up consistently with that video. Keep putting the message out there. Just find a way of packaging your message and just keep putting snippets out there. Put snippets of videos out there because your videos will probably go further than the little messages that you're writing. They probably will. Because people connect easily when they can see you, when they can see that video, they connect easily compared to when they're reading a message. So yes, you might be afraid of showing up on video, but do it anyway. You might be afraid, but do it anyway. Stop making the excuses. Stop putting the barriers that are not there. Stop putting invisible barriers that prevent you from showing up. There is someone that needs your message, that needs your product, that needs your service. And sometimes the best way to connect with them will be through video. Now, if you want to get better at showing up on video, feel free to get in touch. I can share some more tips. We can do some one-on-one stuff and we can talk about it to help you so that you can start breaking that limitation and showing up on video. Because your business needs it. If you want to be visible, come on camera and get visible. I'm going to stop there because it's been like 20 minutes. So we're going to call this a day. But thank you so much for watching the video. If you do watch this at a later time, watch a replay, please put a comment. Let me know your thoughts. How do you feel about showing up on video? Let me know. Because what I'm thinking of doing as well, actually, is having some moments or some times in the day over the next couple of weeks where I show up with different people who might be scared of showing up. So if that's you and you're scared of showing up on video, and you want to give it a try, but you don't want to do it on your own, you want someone to hold your hand and walk you through it, then give me a shout. Let's do it. Let's make it happen. Have an amazing day. Go out and show up and show out, right? Go and shine, but get that video out there. Thank you.